customers can be scratching their head as to why they're only spending $100 instead of $400. But yeah, and when they walk out, I scratch my head as well. So yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, and today I'm taking you to Glen Parker Cycles, local since 1970 in Netherlands, Western Australia. This is one of my go-to stores. They've got an amazing range of stuff, just did a renovation, and we're gonna meet and greet with Dennis Lightfoot. He's the owner of GPC, and yep, just meet him in this interview. I hope you guys enjoy today's episode as he, well, has a few things to say. Enjoy.
Hi there, my name's Dennis Lightfoot. I'm the owner of Glen Parker Cycles. Been here since 1990 or something like that. Worked here for a few years, started off just building bikes out the back, and one of the days the guys got busy, so they asked me to come in and help them. Sold a couple of bikes and started working more and more here from then onwards. At the time I was a brickies labourer, and then started sort of working indoors, which is a lot better in the Australian climate. Worked for a guy called Hilton Wilson for 4 or 5 years, and then he asked us to buy into the business, so me and my former business partner Hilton, another Hilton, became sort of quarter partners each, and then we eventually bought the older Hilton out, and then I bought the other Hilton. This is getting confusing, isn't it? I bought him out about 4 or 5 years ago. So pretty much I've had this place for 32 years, and yeah, we started off with just the other side of the shop. We moved into this room, and then we moved into that room, and now we've took the old kitchen away, and we've yeah, it's looking pretty nice, and still keeping Parker's original charm of smacking your head on $7,000 wheels and $20,000 bikes. But yeah, you can walk in here, you can buy a $99 kids bike or a $25,000 Pinarello, and yeah, that's what we do. We sort of carry everything, but we tend to concentrate a little bit more on this sort of stuff here. You can come in, test ride a bike. Most of the time we've got it in stock, so that's how we operate. We just try and keep people sort of, they can see what they're actually going to buy, they can touch it all. Originally we wasn't really too much of a racing bike shop. We carried brands like Ricardo and Retco, and a few sort of Tomasini was probably the only racing brand we had. And then we sort of started branching out, and more and more road bikes. We did Colnagos for a while, Bianchi for a while. We sort of found our sort of footings with Pinarello, really. You know, they've been good with us, and you know, they're a beautiful bike. They're not the cheapest bike, but you know, you get what you pay for. It's they're just beautiful things to ride, and so now we've got Factor, we've got Willia, we've got Pinarello, Cervelo, Focus, BMC, Merida, just Scott. Yeah, we've got a lot of brands, and we try and do them all justice. We try and carry sort of what we can. You know, we're still a relatively small shop, but we managed to cram them all in. So the thing is, you can come in here, you can have a look at a big range of road bikes. Then we've got all the tires, we've got all the handlebars, all the wheels. So it's all in here. It's just a one-stop shop, and the guys who work here, pretty much most of them are all racing cyclists or ex-racing cyclists. So we sort of know what we're talking about most of the time, unless you're asking me difficult questions. And yeah, that's pretty much where we've evolved to now. We've gone from well-known sort of shop with a bit of racing stuff to pretty much I think we've probably got the biggest range of road bikes in Perth. Pretty much last week we had the final touches of the renovation. It was a renovation that was originally, if you listen to the builder, which obviously you don't, he said 5 to 6 weeks. I worked it out that, all right, if he's saying 5 to 6 weeks, we can go 2 months. This is the end of month 6. So yeah, we've been like shoving bikes around and hiring storage units, and yeah, it's been hard. The customers have been great. I mean, it's not like it was ever Harrods in here or anything, so people are used to walking over things. So, but yeah, the expansion's great. It's just like we've not had a massive expansion, but what little bits we've done, we've just created extra space, like, this here, for instance. That where the shoes are was the kitchen behind a wall. We knocked this wall through, and so we've got a lot more space out the back. And also, like, we've got a massive car park now, which is huge, because, it's customers that can drive past if they can't park, whereas you're not going to have any problems parking here now. I think we've got bays for up to 25 cars or something like that, which is like, yeah, it makes it so much easier for the customer. And, it's obviously good for us as well. The shop has like sort of 2 sides to it. This side, sort of more of the high-end stuff, the gravel bikes, the road bikes, all the fancy wheels. But the other side, we do what we've always done, which is the family side of it. So, a lot of people know us for the racing bikes, but we sell more family bikes than what we do race bikes, and we carry the full range. We've got the 12-inch sort of little ones sort of thing, up to the 24-inch and 26-inch sort of stuff. We haven't got as big a range as some of the shops, but we have access to the best brands. So all we do is we just pick what we think are the best, and you can come in here, and there's pretty much for any age group we've got choices. And because we have options on where we buy and what we buy, they we're pretty usually the best price, usually the best colors, best brands, so yeah, we like, that's what we sort of, what I want to get out to people is, like, you don't have to be spending $10,000 on a road bike to come and see Glen Parker's. We've got absolutely everything. We've got $10 tubes, $100 bikes. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing we don't carry. The only thing we don't do is scooters, electric ones. And there's good reasons for not doing them. Yeah, I don't want any lawsuits on my hand with the dangers of electric scooters. So yeah, we steer clear of them, but pretty much anything else. I think sort of, when customers come in, they'll come in with a repair, and we know what's wrong with it, so sometimes we can come across as sort of know-it-alls and all of that, but we try and advise the customer. We won't just take a bike in. I mean, our workshop's full, usually booked in advance for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. If it's one of our own customers, one of our own bikes, we'll try and squeeze it in when we can, obviously. But yeah, we won't take on work. We won't do work on bike that isn't necessary, because we don't have time. Also, don't want to do it. Don't want to make people pay for something that they don't need to. So sometimes where the advice that we have might sort of be not what they want to hear, but that's unfortunately being a know-it-all like we are. It's sometimes sometimes we customers can be scratching their head as to why they're only spending $100 instead of $400. But yeah, and when they walk out, I scratch my head as well. So yeah.
Okay.
We're coming to the end of winter. It's been a long winter, so we've got a bit of a sale going on at the moment. We're sort of, you know, making room for new stuff that's coming in, and you know, we got new competition down the road, so we've got to pull our socks up a little bit, and you know, we're playing with the big boys at the moment, so we'll just do what we keep doing. But we've got a bit keen on some of the prices, and not only that, I mean, it's nice to be saving money and stuff, but we've got a few little sort of nice bits for people to look at, because people come in, don't necessarily buy anything. I mean, I had a guy in yesterday, he said, I just come in every now and again to have a look at what you've got. He said it's just amazing. And people don't need new bikes every week, every year, so you know, it's just good people having a walk around. But I mean, you know, we've got stuff like this, like $7,000 for a pair of wheels. I mean, you know, I don't expect to sell plenty of them, but yeah, it's just someone comes in, they like nice things, want to jazz the bike up, or they want to add this to one of the Williers or Pinarellos, and yeah, they can have pretty much the same wheel that's won the Tour de France, and you can buy it in Parker's. You know, there's a little old bike shop in Netherlands. We've got, and I'm not just being lazy because everything's here, but this bike here, for instance, so with the Factor, so you can pick your own colorways with these. It's called Prisma. You pay a little bit more, but it's not stupidly more. And so my son Jack, this was his design. He sort of you know, basically you had a blank page, and yeah, he chose all these colors, just little bit things like your gold emblems on here, and yeah, he sort of went away from the gold label on the wheels because he realized that that's going into Olympic champion territory. But yeah, it's just stuff like this. So it's as much the closest you get to a custom build these days. You pick your own paint. So it's just nice stuff like that. And then, you know, people know Factor. You've got, like, then we try and do stuff that's a little bit different, like the Dare. So, you know, we don't sell lots of these, but it's for those that want something different. And yeah, we can build these up with whatever equipment you want. And you know, if we were relying on our business on selling stuff like this, then we'd be in trouble. But this is just something that someone wants something a little bit different. There's just they can be riding around, and you know, if you got one of these, this can be on top of the pile at the cafe. You know, people having a sort of good look at it. If you like that sort of stuff. Yeah, no, you can't go yet. No, hang on a minute. So, we've got these bars here, okay? So, despite the UCI with the rules that they've come out with at the moment, whether they stick with them or not, but yeah, you've got, we carry stuff like this. So this guy is a Singaporean guy, and he's a genius, right? These are his designs, and we sell quite a lot of these. It makes, like, it's a beautiful bar, but yeah, it's just like a small local business really, but in Singapore. And you know, we carry bits and pieces like this. You know, it's just, it gets like, it's a fantastic piece of sort of artwork really. And yeah, so we'll have the factors, we'll have the envies, but then we'll try and keep an eye on sort of local stuff, as you know, the smaller stuff. So you can come in here and you don't have to see Shimano or SRAM, and that's all beautiful stuff. But yeah, we've got little gems like this sort of hanging off the wall as well. So yeah, like I say, it's a one-stop shop. We got it, not everything, but we got most things. Yeah. Thank you.